Yes! Alright! Now it's in the gun. That's what it's at, dude. This is right here, when you scratch your left ass, I'll scratch my right ass. There we go. Wrong one. There we go.
Welcome everyone to CFOUR. My name is Beavis and this is Butthead.
No.
Batman and Robin.
No, you're Robin.
The Wonder Twins.
Dude, they were gay.
Cisco and Ebert.
Hell no.
Iron Man and War Machine. Ren and Stimpy. Penn and Teller. Megamind Metro Man. Jay and Silent Bob.
No, you're Eric and I'm Josh.
We can go with that too, either which way you cut it. My name is Eric, this is Josh, and welcome to C4.
Episode 1.
First thing we're actually going to talk about today is Silver Lining Playbook.
You didn't like it?
It's a good movie, it just seemed like it dragged on.
It was kind of slow. I thought it was an excellent movie though.
It touches on a lot of good points. I enjoyed the entire movie, but like I said, it's like a lot of movies. It could have ended a lot sooner and still been as good.
Yeah, but you can't honestly tell me that Bradley Cooper and De Niro weren't awesome in it.
I think De Niro could have had a much stronger part.
Well, yeah, his character was too good though. That was the problem. It wasn't about him though. It was about Bradley Cooper.
I completely understand that, but the thing about it is, like, the little parts he had
were amazing, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but definitely Jennifer Lawrence.
She was hot.
That's
next level. Smoking hot.
Like the entire time I couldn't remember who the heck she was. And I'm like, oh, that's the chick from the Hunger Games.
Yeah. I wish you would teach me how to dance.
You would see it and you would be like, that's not her. No.
Doesn't look anything like it.
And then I did not know. Here's a little spoiler for those. Chris Tucker's in there.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
And he's not as fat as everyone says he is, because apparently everyone says and thinks he's fat recently. But he wasn't fat. He looked nice. He looked good.
He actually looked pretty good.
He was fucking hilarious too.
As weird as this is, he played a very serious, funny role.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think he'd be able to do something on that level, but he actually pulled it off nicely.
Yeah, he did. It was amazing. I mean, that was a nice surprise to the movie.
Like, he just slipped in the beginning too. He's like the first person you see, and then like, he's not even actually in the movie. He's just kind of sprinkled on top of it.
Right? He's like,
that's it. Like, you're watching the movie and then he just pops up, and he's only got like a 2 minute here, 2 minute there, 3 minute there. But all in all, like I said, I enjoyed it. I think there's a strong message behind it. I think it's a messed up movie on certain aspects.
How so?
How they manipulated him.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. When did they start manipulating him? Was he manipulated from the beginning?
I think it started
because like Julia Stiles, like she hated him, but then like she was like trying really hard to get him to, spoiler alert, sorry, to come to the to that dinner party when she hated his guts, and when she was like, "Is he coming? He's got to be coming. He's coming." Yeah, that was crazy.
But like I said, and then when you watch further into the movie, they start dropping little hints and little things about like all the manipulation, and it's like, that's wrong.
Yeah, like I didn't get it. Like when, like right from the beginning, because like when she ambushes him when he's jogging, apparently the mom was involved in that. When did the mom get involved in this? That's what I was like. What the hell?
Yeah. And then near the end, like, spoilers, people. Sorry, don't watch it if you're not to. Anyways, at the end when they're sitting there talking about it, it's like, oh, we have to tell him she's gonna be there, and it's like, why would you do that?
No, they weren't even planning on bringing her at all. That was the best part. Because when she came, they were all like, what?
That's my thing. They were trying to manipulate him for him to be happy.
And he, like, outplayed them. It was hilarious.
Yeah, he outthought everybody. The guy who was crazy.
Crazy guy wins.
And then they kept going with this Excelsior thing.
No, that was, like, the motto of the ward he was in or whatever. It was like his personal mantra.
I kind of wish we were a little more professional about that and actually looked up what Excelsior meant.
We should have done that, yeah.
Definitely should have looked that up.
We'll put that on my to-do list, yeah. The start of the next episode will be the definition of Excelsior.
Yeah.
We'll put it in little words right here.
Entertaining and educational.
Yeah.
But definitely, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again, but after that, I would kind of be done with it.
Yeah, but you just watch it for Jennifer Lawrence, though.
That is beside the point.
That's exactly why I would watch it again.
That was...
Chris Stark was good though. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know he was in the movie, and he plays like the best friend, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
Right. And every time he shows up, it's like a little nugget of gold just appeared.
Okay, I like the movie. They just left so many things out of it.
What do you mean?
Okay, like the starting of the manipulation.
Yeah, you didn't even see that, and then when they finally released it, they were like midway into it. I don't know. You didn't see it coming. You didn't know. I mean, I got that there was some kind of manipulation going on.
There had to have been
from her, but I didn't know that his mom was involved
or the dad.
Where'd that come from? Well, I think the dad knew about it, but he wasn't doing anything. He was probably telling him to stay out of it because that's the kind of guy he seemed. He probably just wanted to keep him at home so that the Eagles could win.
That was my question. What was the big deal with the Philadelphia Eagles in this?
I have no idea.
Must have stepped outside there when they were explaining that to him.
Oh, he was like a super fan, and he was betting money constantly. The dad was, sorry.
I can understand that, but like...
They're from Philly.
That would explain all of it.
You have to be a football fan to understand that one.
I don't watch sports.
That's like if they did a movie in Cleveland, like the Drew Carey show, he had to be a Cleveland Browns fan.
Love that show, by the way.
Yeah. You can't not be a Cleveland Browns fan and live in Cleveland. There's like a law against it or something, I think. Yeah. It's the same thing in Philadelphia. I really liked how De Niro's character was banned from all the games.
Because he kept fighting.
Because he kept fighting. He would go to the Eagles games, and he kept fighting the other fans to the extent that they actually banned him from ever coming back to the stadium. He wasn't even allowed in the parking lot. He had to drive like along the side and drop the kids off so they can go to the game. That was hilarious.
That was good.
Yeah.
All in all, my highest point of the movie is it's a good story. It's a good movie. Everything's well put together. I enjoyed it. My downside to the movie, like I said, it lasted forever.
I don't think it lasted forever. It just seemed like it lasted forever because there were a couple points where it dragged on a little bit because they were trying to give the effect or the feeling.
I get it. And then,
did you think they were going to pull off the dance?
I knew they weren't.
You didn't have any faith in them at all?
After I saw her outfit, I was like, okay, they're going to get it. They're going to, yeah.
Right? They have a chance. And then she... You gotta watch this movie. That outfit was amazing.
I say watch it. I give it, definitely.
If you had to give it out of how are we going to do our rank? We need to come up with a ranking system. How many playbooks would you give this one?
I would definitely give it...
How many plays in the playbook?
Out of a 10-page playbook, I would give it 4.5 to 5.
4.5 to 5 out of 10?
Out of 10.
Wow.
Well, no, wait. 6 out of 7. 6
out of 7. See, I would give it a 9. I don't know. I don't need the constant, like, brash of action and, now this is where I'm going to get into it because, like, seriously, this was a great movie. And your opinion is the same as most people in the fact that you can't appreciate good movies like this.
I liked The American with George Clooney.
Like The American with... Well, okay, that one was... Okay, yeah. That was kind of similar, but they had a lot of nudity in it, okay? A lot of nudity.
I'm just saying if Jennifer Lawrence had...
They got naked.
Nip slipped, I'd have been a little bit happier.
+2 on the Richter scale.
My thing is just that... Good movie, it just dragged on. There's certain parts that just could have been slipped out and nobody would have missed.
Like what?
Yes.
You can't...
The whole scene where the dad flips out about the envelope.
No, that was well, I don't know. They were trying to be funny, I guess, but...
And then the whole thing about the dad having the OCD, that could have not have been in there.
No, that whole thing was trying to say that he was crazy because it was kind of bred into him. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're saying he was crazy because his wife's a whore.
No, he flipped out. He wasn't crazy for that. I'm sorry, okay? If that was me, I probably would have done the same thing, okay? Mm-hmm. Just, I'm surprised he let the guy live. That's all I'm saying. What I don't understand is why he was ostracized from the town for it. Because not one person understood his feelings. That's what bothered me. I get why he was sent to the psych ward. I get that, But the fact that the town ostracized him because he was quote-unquote crazy... I'm sorry, he beat the shit out of the man who was cheating on him, or his wife was cheating on him with. That's not crazy. How many guys out there, if you came home early and found your wife in the shower with another dude Would you not beat the shit out of that dude? How many guys wouldn't do it? This guy gets into the psych ward and ostracized in the entire town of Philadelphia because he does this?
He wasn't ostracized by his entire town.
Whatever. He lost his job. People fucking avoided him.
You're not going to attack your boss and then keep your job. It was his boss.
No, it wasn't. It was just some teacher who had tenure.
The tenure. See?
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, he beat up some guy who had superiority at work. Whatever. Fuck that. Even if it was his boss, you can't tell me and say that the guy didn't have it coming.
Regardless if he had it coming or not, go see it if you have a chance. I enjoy it, like I said.
8.5, 9 stars, easy. The acting in it was amazing. Even Chris Tucker was good.
The acting was incredibly amazing. I would give it all that. But like I said, I will give it a solid 7.
But see, this goes back to like what I was saying earlier. I'm standing in the theater watching the people leave for Side Effects. Another great movie, by the way. You should see that one. And the responses I'm getting are, it's okay. It was alright. Well, I didn't understand it. I'm sorry that you can't fucking understand it. Maybe if you raised your fucking intelligence level a little bit. Because I'm really getting sick and tired of watching these people go in and watch a movie like G.I. Joe and think it's the greatest fucking thing in the world. Granted, I'll be the first to admit, I enjoyed watching the first G.I. Joe. Was the movie a pile of shit? Yes, it was. I still enjoyed watching the fucking movie, though. But my point is this. The public out there is so used to watching these fucking shit stinkers, these giant piles of turds, that when a good movie comes along, like Side Effects, they're not even smart enough to follow the plot. That, I mean, it wasn't even complicated. It's not even confusing. It lines everything up for you. She went crazy and killed her husband to make money and get rid of him because he was an asshole. And it was like, I don't understand why she did that. Hello, that's real life. How is it not fucking understandable? How do you not understand real life, okay? He was rich, gave her everything she wanted. He was a dumbass, got sent to jail for breaking laws. He got out, thought everything was going to be okay. She manipulated him the whole time to help herself, stabbed him, got away with it, then started talking shit to everybody. Thought she was going to pull one over on Jude Law. And let me just correct you right there, okay? This is the movies. You don't pull one over on Jude Law, okay? Like, seriously, did anybody watch... Well, yeah, did anybody watch Gattaca? Jude Law was the one pulling shit over everybody else. Watch Repo Man. Okay, well, he kind of got fucked in Repo Man. He got really fucked in Repo Man. But still, you don't pull one over on Jude Law. They thought they had him. They were walking around all cocky like, we're the king shit, we got him. And then, bam, he flipped on him. But that's not the point. The point is this. I am so fucking tired of people coming out of these good movies and talking about how they didn't understand it, they couldn't follow it, it was complicated, or there wasn't explosions in it every 5 fucking minutes, so it couldn't have been good. It was slow, it dragged, I didn't like it. I mean, I had to sit in there and listen to people talk. Really? I don't understand the point of the movie. Why'd they even have the movie if they weren't gonna, you know, what, tell a fucking story? They told a fucking story. That's the point of the movie. They told a good fucking story. They told a story that was so fucking good you didn't even understand it. What the fuck more do you want? Okay, you want those cookie cutter stories that you know exactly what the fuck you're getting into every time you go into the fucking theater. What's the fucking point of that? That goes to like why they make remakes of fucking movies that are from games. They can't make Resident Evil exactly like the video game. What would be the point of watching the fucking movie if you already played the fucking video game then? You played the video game, you got the whole storyline, why would they make the movie exactly the same as it? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in the world. Like, when you're remaking books and shit like that, I can understand why you would get upset when they break details, but it goes back to the same thing. You can't read a book or play a video game and then watch the movie version of it and expect it to be exactly the fucking the same thing. 2 reasons why. 1, it's the same fucking story. What would be the point of telling the same fucking story in 2 different mediums, okay? If you don't want to fucking read the book, then you watch the movie, okay? But if you don't want to fucking read the book, then you don't get the fucking luxury of complaining about why it was different than the fucking book. Okay, it's a video game. You can't play the fucking video game and expect to watch the movie the same thing, especially with video games the way they are now today with graphic cards and shit like that. They're fucking high def. That's like playing Final Fantasy and expecting the movie to be exactly like the fucking game. You just played the fucking game. You know the story. That's like Assassin's Creed movie. Everyone's going to want it to be exactly like the fucking game. What's the point? You can do that yourself. You pay $60 and you get to create the fucking story. That's even better than the fucking movie. So how about we let them make a movie that has nothing to do. Maybe, you know, some things are similar to the game. That's the whole fucking point. But it can't be the exact same fucking plot all the time. And I'm so fucking tired of you people out there complaining because it wasn't exactly what you thought it would be. Here's your first problem. It's a story. They're not cookie cutters, okay? Granted, Hollywood does a lot of the cookie cutter shit, but that's because you fucking allow them to, because you allow yourselves to dumb yourselves down to watch these piles of turds and expect them to be great things. But if you allow this cookie cutter shit, nothing original and new is going to come out, and nothing's going to shock and awe you. There's a great example of it. Matrix 1 was awesome, right? Everyone agrees. Matrix 1 was fucking awesome. When it came out, everyone was crazy about it, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Fuck you, okay? Anyways, so when the second one came out and it was exactly like the first one, not as good. The third one came out, it was a giant fucking letdown, right? Why? Because it was the same fucking thing as the first one. First one, awesome. Shit. That's the way it works, okay? Look at Die Hard. First one was awesome. Second one was Third one, they changed the fucking game entirely and you liked it again. You see? You see how they broke the cookie and made a different cookie and you liked it? That's how it fucking goes.
I think you just violated half our viewers.
I don't give a shit. I'm just tired of this crap. If you want to watch cookie cutter things, don't fucking go to the movies. Because what's the point of paying $10 fucking to go watch a movie if you know everything that's going to happen in the movie? You're walking into the fucking theater, you have the whole thing already programmed and watched in your head. Why the fuck are you even going to watch the goddamn movie then? You're not a movie critic, you're a movie viewer. So stop going into the fucking movies with opinions and enjoy the show for what you see. And maybe if you pay attention and fucking use your brain a little bit, you'll understand all the storylines on the complex movies and you'll fucking like it. Jesus Christ.
You feel better?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit? Oh, did you want to say it again?
No, I'm going to say it.
Sure. As for the whole, when he's ranting about the Resident Evil situation, first off, I understand it can't be exactly like the game, but they didn't have to give us that piece of shit that they gave us. That last one.
I didn't say it was quality work, I just said it was a movie.
I'm just saying. As for everything else, I agree. If you go watch a movie, don't go with an expectations, just go in and hope and be entertained.
Guarantee you your expectations are going to be shot because the movie that you watch in your head is different than the movie the director made in his head.
That's actually the best advice he's ever given me because I used to go in movies with high expectations, like this is gonna be amazing,
and you always want the new ones apparently.
So go in with low expectations to no expectations, and just hope you get entertained.
There's proper ways to watch movies, people. Proper ways.
That's where that college is coming in right there. Proper ways to watch movies.
Well, no, because there's a different aspect. You see, because the college is teaching me how to be a critic, and the first thing I learned when they were starting to teach me about how to be a critic is being a critic sucks cock. Okay? Siskel and Ebert, they judge movies based upon things in the movie, not the movie itself. So when they say 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs down, the reason why half of the people in America don't fucking understand how retarded they could be when they give Avatar 2 thumbs down because it wasn't groundbreaking, it wasn't enlightening or anything like that.
Never watched it, by the way.
They weren't watching the film. They weren't watching the story. They were watching what the film did. That's why you have movies like Citizen Kane is considered the greatest movie of all time when, honestly, the storyline kind of fucking sucked. But when you look at what he did with that movie, it was groundbreaking on so many levels that developed Hollywood into other things that it makes sense that it's the greatest movie. Not because it was a good movie, but because Orson Welles invented tricks that no one else thought of that people are still using today. That's like the Matrix bullet time thing, you know? Matrix 1 was fucking awesome because of bullet time. They found a new way to work the camera to get an awesome shot, okay? Orson Welles didn't do... See, like Matrix did that one. They had bullet time. Orson Welles had like 10 fucking things. He created new ways to do lighting. He created a whole new aspect of depth that no one else ever used. If you watch it, like everything in the front is in frame, everything in the back, in focus. Everything in the back is in focus. Everything. You've got a guy in a house talking to the mom, and it's in focus. You look out the window, and fucking he's out in the ground, out in the snow, playing on a sled, and that's perfectly in focus too. He was the one who came up with that kind of shit.
I should look into this movie.
Well, the movie itself sucks, like I said. Rosebud. Fucking people that tell me that they enjoy the movie, they're full of crap. They're full of shit and they're on crack. Okay, period. And they're a critic. And they're like, the movie was awesome, it did this, it did this, it did this. That's like saying The Matrix was the greatest movie of our lifetime because it invented bullet time.
That's pretty awesome.
It is awesome, but that doesn't make Matrix the greatest fucking movie in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's like saying the first animated film should be the greatest movie of the decade because it's the first film that didn't have people in it.
Toy Story was pretty national.
Toy Story wasn't the first animated film, though.
Not true.
I think it might have been the first. No, it wasn't even the first CGI.
I don't know. I know it was first something. I don't remember what though. I think it was Pixar's first full animated movie.
Yeah, it was Pixar's first movie.
And still groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
You got it all out of your system? Anything else you'd like to touch on while you have your time?
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. I'm glad you got that out of your system, and we can move on. It is February. Coming up is Valentine's Day. Everyone's loving it, happy and joyful, and going to buy flowers. I don't get it. I've never understood it. Every time fucking Valentine's Day comes rolling around, I'm either single or with somebody and not happy with them. Sorry to break it to you.
I read they said a fact over the radio today that I just want to add into this right quick. They said that 11% of all women actually want flowers or candy.
I understand.
89% think it's fucking stupid.
Well, here's my thing. Here's the situation, though. I think they've taken something and labeled it for Valentine's Day when, you know what? I'm a little bit of a romantic, believe it or not. I don't believe in one day, this is the one day you need to buy your significant other flowers or candy or something just to say to them that they're special. I believe that should just be random. It should be a Tuesday. For no other reason than you got off work early and you're happy to see them. Just the little things, and honestly, that'll improve your relationship. If you're just a little more romantic, and I'm not saying take her to Paris, just bring her home a flower every goddamn once in a while. That's all I'm saying. And fucking as for the fact that this Hallmark holiday got fucking transformed into what it actually is.
When did that happen? Every holiday turned into a Hallmark holiday now.
It really has boiled down to
fucking
that.
card for everything. It's stupid.
It really is getting to that point. And people don't understand that the original date of fucking St. Patty's Day was because, or St. Valentine's Day, excuse me, I'm mixing everything up. It was a day that it was illegal for people to get married, and there was a saint, his last name was Valentine, so he was performing marriages behind the church's back because people were in love, wanted to get married, and this was the day he was doing it on.
I think you're facts. I'm not 100% on this, but I think it was because it was during the time when there were kings.
Yes.
And in order to get married, you had to the wife had to spend the night with the king.
Oh yeah, that was what.
So
it was.
what happened was he was going behind the king's back and marrying them without the
consent,
letting the king defile the virgin bride or whatever, like they were a virgin, but whatever.
Either which way, there's the two points of views. Whether one of us has got to be right. That's just the story that I've heard, and now I've heard his point of view. But either which way, it was a day set in romance, and that's the situation of all that happened. Now it's turned into a fucking Hallmark holiday. Why should I have to go out and buy my girlfriend that doesn't exist, because I'm currently single, by the way, ladies. Why should I have to go on this date, buy them flowers, buy them candies, take them out to a nice dinner, for no other reason than the fact that it's Valentine's Day?
Why shouldn't you do that on any other fucking day?
That's my thing.
You got 365 days a year to do that. Why the fuck do you have to do it on that day?
You know, it doesn't, like, it just aggravates me, the simple fact that Hallmark and other card companies are fucking ranking on this shit. Just all day, every day. Valentine's Day's coming up, Valentine's Day's coming up. Buy a card, tell her you love her.
There's chocolate, there's stuffed animals. I fucking went to Walmart tonight and was looking at the there's an aisle just covered with stuffed animals. I'm like, look at all that fucking waste. We could have done so many other things with that shit. Well, I'm trying to fix my chair. Bear with me.
You're good.
Fucking crooked or something. I don't know. It's driving me crazy.
It just aggravates me that it's gotten so commercialized to love somebody. That's what aggravates me.
Well, all the holidays are twisted now, man. Christmas, the day that Christ was born.
Halloween.
I thought Christ was born, like...
We're not getting into this.
The spring or something.
We are not discussing this.
I'm just saying.
We
Christ
are not
wasn't
discussing
born
this.
on Christmas.
Stop. You're going into a whole other borderline of area that we don't have the time to discuss.
All I'm saying is, it's winter solstice. It's a celebration of winter. That's all I'm saying.
We're not having that conversation right now because that, one, it's not December, two, Christmas isn't around the corner yet, so in that you're crossing into a whole other lines of
areas. You're talking about Halloween, man. I'm talking about whatever.
I'm just saying Halloween, I feel, is the only time of the year that has not been completely by the society.
Apparently you haven't eaten a razor blade candy bar yet.
Negative, Ghost Rider. I'm just saying, for the simple fact, Halloween has always been Halloween. Yes, there's more reasons to Halloween in different cultures. The Day of the Dead, you're supposed to dress up to scare away evil spirits. Well, that's one thing.
I think the reason why the card companies haven't gotten in and raped Halloween, that's very simple, because so many churches think that it's a pagan holiday and it's worshiping Satan, when the actual reason of the holiday is to push Satan away, but the fucking churches, they don't want to listen, and they say it's Satan, whatever.
And I stand by that fact. The simple thing is this. Halloween has always been, you dress up, you go out and you have a good time. It's never been anything else. Christmas, as he was trying to get into earlier, my thing was this. It started out, it's not supposed to be about the gifts. It's not supposed to be anything else. It's supposed to be with your loved ones, time, and I'm going to throw this in there. I don't care, food. That's usually the best time I eat is Christmas.
That is the reason, because the winter, the whole basis of Christmas is to replace winter solstice, which is a pagan holiday, which was a holiday that non-Christians would celebrate. And the reason why they celebrated it is because winter was coming, so they would take all their extra food that was going to go bad during the winter, and they would have a giant fucking feast to eat it all.
And that's my thing. It went from that to, give me the new Xbox.
Basically the same thing as Thanksgiving.
Basically.
And it turned into the commercial holiday that is, you must buy shit to save our country's economy. Ah!
But I believe that's enough of me going off on the holidays coming up. Look forward to my Thanksgiving one.
That's like a whole half a year away.
I don't care.
Alright, so we've got 2 features. The first one, we like to call an appropriate time to use curse words. You know, aside from being on YouTube and not having a brain mouth filter that tells you to stop saying and
people
and all the other ones that come to mind.
People nowadays have taken our curse words and just thrown them into everyday lingo, and it's kind of diminished
the value of them.
Yeah, it's no longer an insult to call someone a fuckface.
Well, see, it's not even an emphasis anymore. Now they've become like regular adverbs and adjectives that people use.
I know, and it's ruined the whole point of it. So in our little segment here, we're going to demonstrate an appropriate time to drop the curse words, drop an F-bomb, call somebody a biatch.
Do you want to go first, or shall I?
I will let you.
All right. First instance, and this would be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I know it's not Christmas, but this is my favorite one. And just, picture it, hospital setting. Rudolph's in there with his red nose glowing so bright, looking at the doctor, looks him straight in the eyes and say, "Slight sinus infection, my ass." That's right.
When I wrote that one, it was Christmas. We've been planning this show for a while. We're just now getting around to it. And then, excuse me, I need my nicotine. Another one. This one is actually written by our friend Eric Garders, aka Farva, who eventually will make an appearance. I talked to him today. He should be here.
He's supposed to be a floating head right around here, but we're not smart enough to figure that out yet. But when we get there, we will.
No, picture it. Noah just hanging out and talking. He starts building the ark, and just rain after rain, 40 days and 40 nights, and just sitting there. Slight showers, my ass. See, appropriate times to drop the F-bombs.
No.
Look forward to more. I think we got a few of those coming up. Anyways, in our next little segment, we actually have what we like to call Epic TiVos. And this is where...
Well, here we go. The premise for this is we have set up this kind of a repentance program at our place of work. And the way it works is whenever they have a fail moment,
drop something, slip, fall,
do something wrong, or do something of non-intelligent background, we're required as a employee or whatever to do a TiVo in repentance. And so we've got quite a bit. So this is our first one here. You tell us when this was.
This is the first TiVo that I believe we've actually got recorded. This is one of our coworkers, Delvion.
Now, what did he do?
I'm getting to it.
I'm just trying.
Okay, you know how people do those pigtail things where like they'll wet the tip of a towel and they.
Oh yeah, they try to flick the towel. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll slap each other with it.
Yeah, locker room antics.
Yeah, basically. And this was going on, and he ends up doing it to one of Goddard's actually. Farva. Hitting his food. He was carrying the container because he was about to leave, and he put his food in a to-go box, and he was carrying it, and he does the tail whip, hits his food and knocks it down. First off, Goddard's is about my size. You don't mess with a fat man's food.
Yeah, right? Seriously, we'll get violent, like bloody.
So this is actually what the TiVo is, and for some reason, I don't understand why he praises Satan.
Lucifer, I'm so sorry for that. I'm sorry for the pizza.
You go straight for Lucifer, and you hear him repent for the pizza. Honestly, it's quite priceless, and I enjoy it so much.
Oh man,
that's one of the
great. Again. Let's play it again.
You want to see it again?
I want to see it again.
What does he say?
Lucifer, I'm so sorry for that. I'm sorry for the pizza.
He repents for the pizza, and I will give it to him. I don't understand why he goes to the dark side for this, but he does. He T-bows a lot.
Yeah, frequently. All right, well, that's all for our show today, I think.
Thank you for watching C4.
See us again on 4C.